Becoming Naomi, Chapter 17. An Exaltation of Starlings. Look, said Graciela. Everyone is crowding around our table. It was true. We were almost back to our starting point, but we could hardly nudge our way to the front. To the front. One lady even turning around and said, "Wait your turn." I could see Bernardo, Pedro, and Benny's heads through the crowd, nodding and smiling. Finally, several people near the table moved, and I slipped through to the railing. I had seen the individual pieces, but I never could have imagined how it all reconnected. Radish upon radish upon radish had been bound together with thin roots to create the giant trunk and sprawling branches. Radish leaf rose from the top, fish of every size and shape appeared to swing up the trunk. Panthers prowled across the limb. Crocodiles and lizards lounged on the lower branches. A tiny row of elephants waved tails in trunks above them. Deer and sheep and cows snuggled together in the saddles where the branches met. Beetles and butterflies attached to the leaves. Tiny birds spoke through holes, their beaks open and if they were singing. And at the very top, my lion, the male like a majestic sunburst. The complete and unabridged animal kingdom with over 200 photographs had come to roost in our tree. Ay, qué hermoso, said Flora. Yes, beautiful, said Fabiola. It looks as if Noah chose this tree instead of an ark, said Graham. Reuben and Owen gave an occasional dramatic squirt from their water bottles to keep the radishes moist. They are coming. Make room for them, said Fabiola. We moved off to one side as group of men and women with clipboards studied the presentation and made important marks on their papers. Soon they moved to the next stall farther down, and the entire crowd shifted with them. Now what? I asked. We relax, said Penny. We have fun at the festival. It is a big party, no? We give away some of the figures to people who admire them, and we wait for the announcement. The band concert lasts until we're fair dark, and then came the results of the judging. We all crowd together. A man at a microphone began announcing the different categories. The first was Categoría Tradicional, meaning native, cathedrals, and religious carvings. The speaker called the names for third, second, and third place, followed by cheers and applause for the crowd. We wait through for more announcement. Fabiola translated. Next is our division, Categoría Libre, free design, meaning carving of any imagination. This year, the carving have been extraordinary and completely, starting with third place and receiving a cash award and a commemorative certificate are the Perez brothers. We clapped pointedly and knew exactly where the Perez brothers were standing due to the rousing shoots on the other side of the Zócalo. And in second place and received a cash award and a commemorative certificate continued Fabiola, but she didn't need to continue because we heard the names Bernardo Morales, Benny Morales, and Pedro Martinez. Second place, Squillet Graciela. We have never even been so honored. The men raised their arms in the air, jumped up and down, and clapped one another to the back. And we all cheered as loud as Perez brothers. Benny picked me up and swirled me around. And when Pedro and Bernardo hugged me, I laughed. We heard the result for first place, but it didn't matter. Graham got a bee in her bonnet because she threw the winner didn't hold a candle to our entire. Fabiola resorts here and there were always politics involved, and second place was Magnifico. Fireworks filled the sky with bright buzzing spirals. After watching them, we all walked slowly toward the corner of the Zócalo. Bernardo, called a voice. We all turned around. I heard your voice. I heard your voice. A man stood in front of us wearing white sport shoes and red baseball cap. Bernardo's face lit up. He opened his mouth to say something, but before he could, the man looked from Bernardo to Graham to Owen to me. He seemed startled, turning the turn and ran into the crowd. I looked at Graham. It was him, Naomi, she said, her eyes still looking in the direction he had run. Before I knew, before I knew it, I was running after him, following the red cap as he dove through the crowds. I heard a wind calling in my name behind me. I dodged a heap of tourists, a hive of tourists. I bumped into a man selling balloons. Perdóneme, I said, watching the red cap. Another man held out a plastic sandwich bag in front of me, filled with cucumbers, salt with a red pepper. It pushed his arm aside. I could see the red cap up ahead. Going toward the square in front of the cathedral, I skied blankets displaying hundreds of alebrijes. Ran through rows of tents selling rugs and shawls, black poetry, painted plates, knives, and leather purses. I followed the red baseball cap in the way of the corner where a woman sat under an umbrella selling fried grasshoppers. Then the cap disappeared down a side street jammed with stalls. He never looked back, not once. I stopped, breathing heavily. Why had the why had he run? I had wanted to yell out of him, but what would I call him? Father Santiago? I turned in a circle for one last look around. The band began to play aloud, marching the gazebo in the middle of the park. The colors and sound burned as if the world was spinning. When it all stopped, I was alone with the fried grasshopper lady.